What have you done consistently every single day for the past 3 years? And I thought about it a little bit. At first I didn't really think about it. Abrupt transition to lunch where I'm in a Japanese place. It's gonna be Japanese food for lunch. And the plan this afternoon is to go get a haircut because it's been way overdue. I have to go get that. There's a place I was recommended but I have to walk a long way, so it's gonna be the goal. And it's always good, it's healthy, so we'll go there right after. Look at all that food. Alright, now back in the traffic, so let's do this. I remember the first time I came here last year, the weather was really hot. Now it's much more comfortable and not that hot. Like just hot enough, but not hot that you sweat all the time, and yeah, not like Cambodia, so much better. I remember coming here for coffee the first time I was in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon. I came to this coffee shop behind. The coffee, that was really good. But those coffee shops are everywhere, so it doesn't matter. Wow, these motorcycles, they feel like bees running around and crazy. That's it.
But as he dug deeper, it became extreme.
Pretty cool street except for the fact that there's no sidewalk. So. Yeah. Okay, so I entered this small street, was really packed. But there's not that many people, so that's good. I think the haircut place is nearby on that street. So we'll have to try to find it. There's a big waiting line, so I think I'll find another place. Funny enough, this is an area with a lot of haircut place or hair salon. Now this being done, time for coffee and work. Check this out, a 2-floor coffee shop once again. Best place ever to work. And you've got the whole view of the traffic. Whenever you're tired of working or doing whatever you're doing, just look at the traffic. It's gonna get you back the energy. You cannot be calm and look at that. It's impossible. Joke of the day being done, it's time to get back home. Alright, so review of the day. Editing the vlog. It's good. Podcast plus show note. It's good. Live training with Paul. Trading times. Looking at the chart. 5 out of 5. Good. Ooh. And I forgot to conclude the vlog. Sorry about that, guys, so let's get back to it. There's way too much schedule these days. I'm once again super excited with all the coffee I drank today, and that's awesome. I love Ho Chi Minh for that. A couple of weeks ago, I was recording a podcast interview for another podcast, and I was asked what I think is the most interesting question I ever got asked. What have you done consistently every single day for the past 3 years? And I thought about it a little bit. At first I didn't really think about it. There's a lot of things that changed in the past 3 years, things that I did then that I don't do now, and that I went on and off. But there's this one thing that really was there for the last 3 years, and that is journaling and having a journal. And I find this pretty interesting because this is really what I've been doing the most consistently over the past 3 years, and we talk like every single day. I did miss some days of like days where I was traveling, I didn't write anything, but for the most part, there's gonna be 1 page per day. So I thought I would give you guys some kind of behind the scene things of what I do when I journal and what I write down. I kind of like to have it structured. You might not want to have it that way. And this kind of changed over time a little bit. Over the years as I do things different. Like 3 years ago I was not doing videos, now I'm doing videos, that's going to be part of it. I basically have 4 different parts to every single day. The first part is going to be kind of gratitude. Great things in my life, that's what's written right there on the first page, on the top. Those are things I start with. So in the morning, it's pretty easy to get to be in a bad mood sometimes, or for whatever reason, don't remember exactly how good you are and what things you do great and what things happen that are really great. Reminding yourself of that really gets you going fast in the morning, and that's what I love. So every single morning I write down 3 things that are great in my life. Could be anything. The rest of it is going to be things I fill in during the day or at night. The other section I have is things I did well. So what did I do well today? Could be things I accomplished that day or things that I just did well, because I want to know what I do well. Right? That's huge. If you always complain on what you do not well and you're always down on yourself on how screw up you are in trading, how bad you are at placing trade, how bad you are at being disciplined, that's what's going to reflect and that's what's going to come back all the time. So you want to focus on the positive first, and of course later we have things to work on, for sure. But that's going to come. Then I have this section with different thoughts. Things I'm thinking about, things that I want to write down, whether it's going to be kind of things that pop into my mind or things I remind myself that I need to do, or a quote I hear or a quote I read, whatever. Like those, I write them down, because what you don't write down, you forget. And those can be very useful in the future. There are things I wrote down like at the very beginning of the journal or even in past journals that I use today, that I start to implement today. But I wrote them down, I remembered, I was able to go back, review them, and that's very powerful. And then ideas. I think people these days are not creative enough. They don't think about ideas, they don't write ideas down. But especially when you do videos, when you have trading strategies, you need to come up with ideas of what is going to be something to test out, some new setup. You write these ideas down. They're not all going to be good. Some ideas here are crappy. Like I wouldn't execute on them forever. But you still need to write them down. Because what happens when you write down 2 ideas, a third is going to come very easily. When you write down 3, a fourth is going to come, 5th, so on. You get the point, right? So the more you write down ideas, the more you practice this to write down your thought and your ideas, the more easy it is to come up with ideas of things to implement. And right now I can come up with trading strategy ideas like in a click, or videos idea in a click, because I've practiced so much these coming up with ideas and things that I could implement or I could try out. So that's also very important. And I have usually 3 spots for that as well. Always like 3, but. And the last part is going to be how can I be better? This is one question, one line, very short, very simple. But how can I be better tomorrow or next week or next month? But I try to write down only one thing, because if you write 5 things, impossible to execute. If you write down 1, you can do something right now, and that's simple. And you don't feel too down on yourself because you have all these things to work on. It's only 1, which makes it very simple. So I tend to write down either it's going to be one thing I didn't do well that day or one thing I think I can do better, one idea that I can implement to be better. And next day, of course, I'll review the past day to see what I wrote. That's how I improved. So this is the habit I've been implementing over the past 3 years consistently. I have a ton of these old books at home, and I don't travel with them. That would be useless. But I have 2 right here on the desk. Inversible habit. Not necessarily easy, because these things are easy to do, but easy not to do. Very easy to skip it one night if you don't feel like it or you don't want to journal that day. Very easy. Like anyone could skip a day. But it's also easy to do the day. Also easy to write for like a couple of thoughts for one day. And that's what you have to focus on. So hopefully it can be a habit that you guys want to implement. You can implement this journal to trading with trading ideas, trading strategies, some tips, some thought you have, something you hear in the podcast with a trader. I do the same with my trading, and that serves for trading and business at the same time, and personal growth. So give a like to the video if you liked it today. If you have any thought on that process or the video today, just comment below. Subscribe if it's not done yet, because we have awesome videos every single day. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Ciao.